Hey, welcome to another edition of News You Can Use, and we have a News You Can Use exclusive for you right now. You're probably wondering, why aren't we in the studio, and why are we in front of this building located at 24 Cecil Street in downtown Toronto? Well, know this building marks a moment in history for the Black Lives Matter movement in this country. This is a historic day. I mean, this is an historic building.
Yes.
What are we standing in front of right now?
We are standing in front of Black Lives Matter Canada's new home, the Wild Seed Centre for Art and Activism. We're moving out of our rented space into this beautiful 10,000 square foot former hospice care building in downtown Toronto.
So you said former rented space.
Yes.
What's the difference between that space and this space?
This is Black owned. This is owned outright by Black Lives Matter Canada. So we have been renting a 1,600 square foot space for a number of years now. This has been years in the making. And for us, it was really important to work with our funders to be able to purchase this outright.
I want to talk about its location because we're not too far from University of Toronto campus. We're in the downtown core, accessible to a lot of people. Why was it important to choose this location?
I mean, there's a couple of reasons. For one, this location is really the nexus of historical Black organizing in Toronto. So there's a number of firsts that used to be around here. We are very close to Lennox Street, which was very much a foundation of Black activism with Ashanti Room. Marcus Garvey's former office is near here as well with the Black Action Defense Committee. We are near the First Baptist Church of Toronto, which was established by formerly enslaved folks.
Wow.
On this street itself was the first organizing meeting for trans rights in Toronto. And so we really wanted a place that had that sort of historical significance, but also we all know about politics of space. We live in one of the most unaffordable cities, expensive cities in the world actually. And we wanted a place that is easily accessible by Black folks from everywhere. This building itself also has a history of care. This used to be a space to support families that were supporting their loved ones who were passing away of cancer.
Wow.
So if you see these rocks here, these used to be a reflection garden. This used to be the place that people came when they needed full support to be able to support their loved ones. So we're really excited to be able to continue that lineage of providing a space that can support and nurture the future generation of Black organizers, Black activists, and Black artists in Toronto and in Canada and beyond.
So talk to me, what is going to happen inside these four walls?
Wow. I mean, these like 9 walls in
Or
many
9
ways.
walls. I mean, it's a pretty
It's a
damn
lot
big
of walls.
building. Yeah.
I know,
How
right?
big is it, by the way?
10,000 square feet.
Jeez.
Yes. I mean, we have reached our capacity with our current space. We want this to be fertile ground for Black organizing and Black creativity. We call it Wild Seed based on Octavia Butler's evocative speculative fiction novel. In many ways, this is a place where you're gonna find studio work, artists working on studio work at the same time as people that are working on policy interventions. Wow. You're gonna have activist groups doing organizing meetings, mobilizing meetings in the same place that cultural products like art and books and recording is gonna be done. So we're really wanting this place to be a place where Black creativity and Black activism can live hand in hand and can influence each other. Everyone's welcome here. Blackness.
Including myself?
Including yourself, absolutely. Including like-minded media, of course, absolutely. Okay, so there's a couple of features about the space that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
So there's the whole basement. It essentially is a movable, multi-purpose space. So we're really excited about the possibility of being able to host 100, 150 people for performances, for organizing meetings. You know, sometimes there's like community meetings that come down. We're really excited about the possibility of being able to open up the space. But there's also a lot of nooks and crannies that we really feel that are exciting. There's a couple of small rooms that we want to be able to make at affordable rates. Let's say if you are a community counselor, if you are a body worker, a care worker, to being able to actually run your practice out of here.
Oh, wow.
That's really exciting. Honestly, this is gonna sound weird, but we have a pretty big parking, which is so rare in downtown. And the parking actually overlooks a sort of rooftop little patio. So I'm like really excited about that.
How much did it cost to buy this thing?
Well, it wasn't a pretty penny. I mean, the final listing price was $8.1 million.
Wow.
And we are very grateful. Like I said, this has been a work going on for 3-4 years. We are very grateful to have had support from both public and private sources. The bulk of the funds came from the Black Lives Matter Global Network, from a restricted capital grant. Like I said, we've been trying to find space for 3-4 years. We also were able to get funding from the City of Toronto, sort of like hands-off, no strings attached funding. And then we have a number, like thousands of individual donors of organizations, not-for-profits, up to large organizations who give anywhere from $5 to $10,000 in donations. We really want to make this more sustainable, so we want to try to get LEED certification when we renovate it.
Okay.
And so right now it's already pretty decent. It has an elevator, it has access ramps. Because of what it was needed, it's already there in accessibility. We just want to get it as sustainable as possible in hopes of being able to lower the operating costs. We want to continue closing it,
right?
And really just have like, can you have an intimate wedding here? Like, can we make other income sources from smaller gatherings? Like, if you had a show, like, do you want to do a tent album party out here?
Right.
Do you want to? Does an artist want to do their opening event here or a gala here? Thinking about how do we create this to be like, twinkly light, kind of like dreamy.
Just a beautiful vibe.
A dreamy stage. And then I'll show you that parking lot that I'm talking about that we want to just... This itself could become a spot.
Yeah.
This itself could get painted over completely. Up there, you could be sitting in a patio
and just chilling.
Imagine us having a drink here, and then you're taking in a performance that's up here,
beautiful.
of sort, like a monologue or an artist or a dancer that's here.
Are we talking 24/7 access?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Say you need some sleep.
I mean, we'll see. We'll need some sleep. I mean, one of the things that has to be thought about for sure, whenever we're talking, anytime we say BLM, is safety and security. We know that this work comes with risks that come with it. We know that there are folks out there, white supremacists out there, who, to them, we are the Antichrist. To them, we are the evil, right? And so in many ways, we want to make sure that this space is also safe for our community members. We know that people that are going to access it are some of the people from the most vulnerable communities. We want this to be a space for houseless individuals. We want this to be a space for sex workers. We want this to be a space for community advocates, formerly incarcerated or soon to be incarcerated folk. We want this to be a space for people who don't have other spaces to go. And so that has to be, we have to really think about creatively how to provide safety, safety outside of the sort of current carceral system, but safety for people to feel like they can work here late night and be okay and be nurtured for.
For the average Black person watching this, who might not be involved in organizing or might not face those societal issues that they might require the services that are going to be offered here. Talk to me about what does it mean for them? Yeah,
I mean, come have fun. Come kiki,
okay.
Right? Come lay back, come have a lime. Like, I want to have a kickback here. I want to have some backyard concerts here. We're already thinking about how to sort of present artists and sort of really niche, cute places like the Roof. So much of this work is like fight. And so much of what we see about this work is like the activism and the struggle, but there's also so much celebration in Blackness. We hope that this is a place where Blackness can thrive. And we also hope that this can be a resource for other BLM chapters all across the country. BLM has really, over the last number of years, has really exploded. And so we have chapters everywhere from Fredericton to Vancouver to Edmonton to Waterloo to Montreal to Winnipeg, all over the country.
But this is the first Canadian chapter to own a building.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so we hope that this can be a resource. This space will be available free for any BLM chapter. This space will also be below market for any Black organizing collectives or groups that are working outside of the system, outside of the norm. So this is a place where you can make a banner for a protest and then go see a show in the evening.
2020 was a year of racial reckoning. 2021, history is being made. In the year 2026, 5 years from now, where do you see BLM Canada? Yeah, I mean,
that question is such a great question. I mean, I would hope that in many ways we're continuing to support communities in the deepest way. There are a number of programs and initiatives that we are launching and have launched this year that I'm really excited about seeing their expansion. So to me in 2026, the Black Mutual Aid Fund is year-round and it's accessible to Black folks all over the country. We would have launched and we would have expanded on our family support program. So that's a program for families who are victims of police violence themselves, direct supports to them. In 2026, we would have expanded to chapters in every province and every territory. But I think more importantly in 2026, we are having a very different conversation about Black power. That we're not just starting from the base, we're not having to educate everyone about our basic humanity. In 2026, we can be amongst other Black folks from other places and regions all over the world, dreaming and building additional futures for ourselves. Between sort of acquiring the space and launching the space, we'll be doing really deep community consultations in really different innovative ways, not just focus groups, but we really want to hear from people from all over the country. What would you like in the space? What is it that you need? What is it that would allow you to take your work to the next level?
And the doors officially open which date?
We are doing a soft launch next week. And then we'll have to go in and we'll have to do some renovations, right? And part of that is also to be able to consult with folks. So we're hoping to open late fall of this year, 2021. So just a couple of months. So if your viewers are watching this, if you're watching this, follow Wild Seed Center, follow BLM Canada on social media. And once you see opportunities to have your voice heard, please give us that feedback. Like, we really want to hear, like, what the heck do you need?
Wow, it is pretty exciting. But I would love to know, what do you all think about this moment and what this building is destined to be and provide for the community? Drop your thoughts in the comment section right now. And we want to thank you for watching this News You Can Use exclusive. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. We'll see you for our next News You Can Use every Tuesday and Friday.